Welcome to Foundations of E-commerce Operations, from Marketing Analyst to Operations Pro. You're about to embark on a strategic career transition that leverages your analytical superpowers in an entirely new domain. This isn't just a career change, it's a career upgrade. Your ability to understand data, optimize processes, and think systematically makes you perfectly positioned to excel in e-commerce operations. Companies desperately need professionals who can bridge the gap between acquiring customers and keeping them happy through flawless operational execution. This course guides you through 4 strategic modules designed to transform your career trajectory. First, we'll explore the e-commerce operations landscape, understanding the 3 pillars that hold every online business together and discovering how your marketing insights already give you a competitive advantage. Next, you'll master the language of operational metrics, learning the KPIs that matter most and how to turn data into actionable improvements using tools you may already know. Then we'll dive deep into core processes like inventory management and order fulfillment, the engine room of e-commerce success. Finally, we'll prepare you to ace your interview by translating your experience into operations language and mastering the storytelling techniques that land jobs. You'll leave ready to confidently step into an operations role. Let's start by defining the world you'll be operating in. The e-commerce ecosystem is a complex network of interconnected platforms and services that make online shopping possible. Think of it as 4 key components working together. Marketplaces like Amazon and eBay, where customers discover products. Direct-to-consumer sites like Nike.com, where brands control the experience. Payment gateways like Stripe and PayPal that handle transactions securely. And logistics partners like FedEx and UPS that deliver the physical products. Each component has its own role, but they must work seamlessly together to create the smooth shopping experience customers expect. Understanding this ecosystem is your first step toward mastering operations. To make this real, let's trace an order through this system. Sarah visits a Shopify store and clicks buy on a pair of running shoes. Here's the invisible journey that follows. The Shopify platform immediately processes her payment through Stripe, validates her credit card, and sends an order notification to the brand's warehouse management system. A warehouse worker receives the picking instruction, locates the specific shoe size from inventory, packs it in branded packaging, and generates a shipping label through their integration with FedEx. FedEx picks up the package, scans it into their tracking system, and begins the journey to Sarah's doorstep. Meanwhile, Sarah receives automated emails at each step: order confirmation, shipping notification, and delivery confirmation. This seamless experience requires perfect coordination between technology platforms, human processes, and logistics networks. When you understand this flow, you can identify where improvements are needed. These pillars are the engine of any e-commerce business. Think of e-commerce operations as a building supported by 3 fundamental pillars. First is supply chain and logistics, everything involved in moving physical products from manufacturers to customers, including warehousing, inventory management, shipping, and delivery. Second is payments and fraud prevention, ensuring transactions are processed securely while protecting against fraudulent orders that could cost the business money. Third is customer service, handling inquiries, managing returns, and resolving issues that directly impact customer satisfaction and loyalty. These 3 pillars work together to create the operational foundation that enables sustainable e-commerce growth. When any pillar weakens, the entire customer experience suffers. Let's break down the first and most complex pillar: supply chain and logistics. This pillar encompasses the entire physical journey of products, from raw materials to your customer's doorstep. It starts with procurement, where businesses source products from manufacturers or suppliers. Then comes warehousing, where products are stored, organized, and tracked using sophisticated inventory management systems. When orders arrive, the fulfillment process begins, picking the right items from warehouse shelves, packing them securely, and preparing them for shipment. Finally, there's the shipping and delivery phase, coordinating with carriers like FedEx or UPS to ensure timely, cost effective delivery. Each step requires careful coordination and monitoring. Supply chain disruptions, whether from supplier delays, inventory shortages, or shipping problems, can quickly cascade into customer dissatisfaction and lost revenue. This is why supply chain optimization is a top priority for operations teams. A smooth payment process is crucial for converting browsers into buyers. The payments and fraud prevention pillar ensures that money flows securely from customers to businesses while protecting against financial losses. Payment gateways like Stripe, Square, or PayPal handle the complex process of validating credit cards, processing transactions, and transferring funds. But processing payments is only half the battle. Fraud prevention systems use machine learning algorithms to analyze transaction patterns and flag suspicious activity like unusually large orders from new customers or multiple failed payment attempts. These systems must balance security with user experience. Too strict and you lose legitimate customers, too lenient and you lose money to fraudsters. Operations teams monitor payment success rates, decline rates, and fraud detection accuracy to optimize this delicate balance and maximize revenue while minimizing risk. With these three pillars in mind, let's explore the final pillar that directly touches customers. Customer service is the human face of your operations, handling everything that happens when the automated systems can't solve a problem. This includes pre-sale inquiries about product specifications, order status updates when shipments are delayed, return and exchange requests when products don't meet expectations, and complaint resolution when something goes wrong. Modern customer service teams use platforms like Zendesk, Freshdesk, or Intercom to manage tickets, track response times, and maintain conversation history. But here's what makes this pillar truly operational. Customer service data reveals operational problems. High volumes of "where is my order" tickets indicate fulfillment delays. Frequent return requests for specific products suggest inventory or quality issues. Smart operations teams use customer service insights to identify and fix root causes, turning customer complaints into operational improvements that prevent future problems. You might be surprised how much you already know about solving operational challenges. Your marketing analysis skills map beautifully to operational problem solving. When you analyze funnel drop-off rates to improve conversion, you're using the same analytical thinking that operations teams use to identify fulfillment bottlenecks. When you segment customers to personalize campaigns, you're applying the same data-driven approach that helps optimize inventory allocation across different product categories. When you A/B test email subject lines to improve open rates, you're using the experimental methodology that operations teams use to test new shipping strategies or warehouse layouts. The core skills are identical: identifying problems through data analysis, forming hypotheses about root causes, testing solutions systematically, and measuring results to drive continuous improvement. Your ability to connect customer behavior insights with business performance metrics is exactly what operations teams need to bridge the gap between customer acquisition and customer retention through operational excellence. This is the kind of value you can bring to operations teams. Here's a real-world example of marketing insight improving operational performance. A marketing analyst at an online clothing retailer noticed that customer service complaints consistently mentioned sizing issues, particularly for jeans. Instead of just adjusting the marketing copy, she dug deeper into the data. She analyzed return reasons by product category and discovered that jeans had a 40% return rate compared to 15% for other items. She cross-referenced this with customer reviews and found that 80% of returned jeans were cited as too small or doesn't fit as expected. Her recommendation: update the online size chart with more detailed measurements and add a size recommendation tool based on customer input. The operations team implemented her suggestion, and within 3 months, the jeans return rate dropped to 22%, saving the company over $200,000 annually in return processing costs while improving customer satisfaction scores. This is exactly the kind of customer-centric, data-driven thinking that makes marketing analysts invaluable in operations roles. In marketing, you live by data. Operations is no different, it just uses a different dialect. While marketing KPIs focus on customer acquisition and engagement metrics like click through rates, cost per acquisition, and customer lifetime value, operational KPIs focus on efficiency, quality, and customer satisfaction through execution. Instead of measuring how many people clicked your ad, you'll measure how quickly orders are fulfilled. Instead of tracking email open rates, you'll track order accuracy rates. The analytical mindset is identical, but you're measuring different aspects of the business. Operational metrics tell you how well you're delivering on the promises your marketing team makes to customers. When marketing promises next day delivery, operations measures whether you actually achieve it. This makes you the bridge between customer expectations and business reality. These metrics tell you how efficiently you're managing your products from arrival to departure. Let's start with the operational KPIs that directly measure your ability to fulfill customer orders. Order fulfillment time measures the hours or days from when a customer clicks buy to when their package ships from your warehouse. This directly impacts customer satisfaction and competitive advantage. Inventory turnover rate tells you how many times you sell and replace your entire inventory in a given period. Higher turnover means you're efficiently converting products into revenue without tying up cash in slow-moving stock. Order accuracy rate measures what percentage of shipments contain exactly what the customer ordered. No missing items, wrong sizes, or incorrect products. These three KPIs form the foundation of operational excellence because they measure speed, efficiency, and quality simultaneously. When you optimize these metrics, you're directly improving the customer experience while reducing operational costs. Mastering these KPIs is key to balancing costs and customer happiness in any operations role. Now, let's explore the KPIs that your customers feel most directly and that significantly impact your bottom line. Rate of returns measures what percentage of shipped orders come back, whether due to defects, sizing issues, or customer dissatisfaction. Low return rates indicate better product quality, accurate descriptions, and customer satisfaction. Cost per order calculates the total operational expense to fulfill each order, including warehouse labor, packaging materials, and shipping costs. Reducing this metric while maintaining quality directly improves profitability. On-time delivery rate tracks what percentage of orders arrive when promised to customers. This metric directly affects customer trust, repeat purchases, and brand reputation. Together, these customer-facing KPIs help you balance operational efficiency with customer satisfaction, ensuring that cost-cutting measures don't hurt the customer experience that drives long-term business success. You don't need to be an expert in all of these tools, but you need to know what they do and how they fit together. So where do you find the data for these KPIs? Let's talk about the operations technology stack. Web analytics platforms like Google Analytics track customer behavior and can reveal operational insights like where customers abandon their carts or which product pages have high bounce rates. E-commerce platforms like Shopify, WooCommerce, or Magento handle order processing and provide basic fulfillment metrics. ERP and inventory management systems like NetSuite, SAP, or TradeGecko track inventory levels, supplier relationships, and cost data. Customer service platforms like Zendesk, Freshdesk, or Intercom capture customer feedback and complaint patterns. The key is understanding how these systems work together to provide a complete operational picture. Your job isn't to master every platform, but to know which system holds which data and how to extract actionable insights. This is a perfect example of leveraging your existing skills to create operational value. Let's see how you can use a tool you may already know, Google Analytics, to find operational insights that directly improve business performance. In Google Analytics, you can analyze the checkout funnel to identify exactly where customers are dropping off during the purchase process. If you see a significant drop-off at the shipping information page, This might indicate that shipping costs are too high or delivery timeframes are too long. Both operational issues. If customers abandon at the payment page, you might have a payment gateway problem or security concerns. You can also use the site search feature to see what customers are looking for but can't find, which might indicate inventory gaps or website navigation issues. The behavior flow report shows you which product pages have high bounce rates, potentially indicating poor product descriptions, missing information, or inventory problems. This analysis directly informs operational improvements, adjusting shipping strategies, fixing payment flows, or improving inventory management. Your marketing analytics expertise becomes operational intelligence. This framework is your key to making an impact from day one in any operations role. Now that you have data and tools, how do you create change? Here's a simple, memorable framework that operations teams use to turn insights into improvements. The Data to Action Framework. Step 1. Identify a problem. KPI pick one metric that's underperforming, like a high return rate or slow fulfillment time. Step 2. Analyze data to form a hypothesis about the root cause. Dig into the numbers to understand why the problem exists. For example, if return rates are high, analyze return reasons to see if it's sizing issues, quality problems, or poor product descriptions. Step 3. Recommend a specific, testable action. Propose a concrete solution you can implement and measure. This framework ensures you're not just reporting problems, but driving solutions that create measurable business value. This is how you'll approach problems in your new role, turning data insights into business results. Let's walk through the Data to Action framework with a real operational challenge. Problem: your e-commerce site has a 25% return rate, significantly higher than the industry average of 15%. Step 1 complete. We've identified our problem KPI. Step 2. Analyze the data. You dig into return reasons and discover that 60% of returns cite product color doesn't match website photos as the primary reason. You cross-reference this with customer reviews and find consistent complaints about lighting and color accuracy in product images. Your hypothesis: poor product photography is causing customer expectations to misalign with reality. Step 3. Recommend action. You propose hiring a professional product photographer to reshoot the top 20 return items with consistent lighting and color calibration. You estimate this $5,000 investment could reduce returns by 40%, saving approximately $50,000 annually in return processing costs while improving customer satisfaction. This systematic approach demonstrates your ability to connect data insights with business impact, exactly what operations teams value most. Let's dive into one of the most critical functions in e-commerce operations. Inventory management is fundamentally about solving a complex balancing act that every e-commerce business faces. On one side, you have cash flow. Every product sitting in your warehouse represents money tied up that could be used elsewhere in the business. On the other side, you have customer satisfaction. Running out of popular items means lost sales, disappointed customers, and potential damage to your brand reputation. This tension between having too much inventory, tying up cash, and too little inventory, losing sales, is the core challenge that operations teams navigate daily. Your analytical skills are perfectly suited for optimizing this balance using data-driven approaches to predict demand, minimize stockouts, and maximize inventory turnover. These terms will be part of your daily vocabulary in any operations role. To manage this balance effectively, you need to speak the language of inventory. A SKU, stock keeping unit, is a unique identifier for each distinct product variation. Every size, color, and style combination gets its own SKU, allowing precise tracking and management. Safety stock is your insurance policy. Extra inventory kept on hand to prevent stockouts when demand spikes unexpectedly or suppliers are delayed. Just-in-time (JIT) is an inventory strategy that minimizes holding costs by ordering products only when needed, though it requires excellent demand forecasting and reliable suppliers. ABC analysis is a prioritization method that categorizes products by importance. A items are your top revenue generators that need constant attention. B items are moderate performers, and C items are low volume products that can be managed with less frequent oversight. Mastering these concepts enables you to communicate effectively with warehouse teams, suppliers, and executives about inventory strategy. Now that you understand how we manage what we have, let's see these concepts in action. Consider managing inventory for a popular graphic t-shirt that comes in 5 sizes and 3 colors. That's 15 different SKUs to track individually. Using ABC analysis, this t-shirt ranks as an AI item because it generates 20% of your apparel revenue despite being just one design. For safety stock, you keep an extra 50 units of the most popular size, medium, black, because running out would mean losing high value sales. The less popular combinations, XS, yellow, might only have 5 units of safety stock since demand is predictable and lower. You use just-in-time ordering for seasonal variations, ordering holiday-themed versions only 6 weeks before peak demand to avoid holding unsold inventory after the season ends. This approach optimizes cash flow while ensuring availability of your most important products. Your analytical background helps you identify which products deserve a status and how much safety stock to maintain based on demand patterns and supplier reliability. This is the physical journey that happens after a customer clicks buy, and it's more complex than most people realize. Once you understand inventory management, let's follow the path from warehouse shelf to customer doorstep. The order fulfillment process consists of 5 major stages that must work seamlessly together. Order processing begins the moment a customer completes their purchase. The system validates payment, checks inventory availability, and generates picking instructions. Warehouse operations involve the physical work of locating products, picking, packaging them securely, packing, and preparing them for shipment. Shipping coordinates with carriers like FedEx, UPS, or USPS to generate labels and schedule pickup. Last mile delivery is the final journey from the carrier's local facility to the customer's address. Throughout this entire process, tracking and communication systems keep customers informed and allow operations teams to monitor performance and identify bottlenecks. The system has the order and the picker has the item. Now, the real warehouse work begins. Let's break down what happens behind the scenes in those first critical steps. Order processing starts when the e-commerce platform receives the completed purchase and immediately validates the customer's payment method, confirms product availability in real-time inventory systems, and generates detailed picking instructions that tell warehouse workers exactly which items to collect and where to find them. Warehouse picking is the physical process where workers navigate the warehouse using handheld scanners or pick list to locate the specific products. Modern warehouses optimize this through strategic product placement, putting popular items in easily accessible locations and using data analytics to minimize walking time. The picking accuracy directly impacts customer satisfaction. So many warehouses use barcode scanning and verification systems to ensure the right products are selected before moving to the next stage. The package is sealed and labeled. Now it's ready to begin its journey to the customer. Once picking is complete, the fulfillment process moves to packing and shipping. Packing involves selecting the right size box or envelope to minimize shipping costs while ensuring product protection, adding appropriate cushioning materials like bubble wrap or air pillows, and including any branded inserts or return instructions that enhance the customer experience. The goal is balancing cost efficiency with product safety and brand presentation. Shipping then takes over by generating carrier-specific labels through integrated systems that automatically select the most cost-effective shipping method based on package size, weight, destination, and customer preferences. The package gets handed over to carriers like UPS, FedEx, or USPS, who scan it into their tracking systems and begin the transportation network journey. This handoff point is critical. Once the carrier takes possession, the e-commerce company's direct control ends. but their responsibility for customer satisfaction continues. The order is almost there, but this final stage often determines whether customers become repeat buyers. Last mile delivery is the most expensive and most visible part of the entire fulfillment process. It's the journey from the carrier's local distribution center to the customer's specific address, whether that's a home, office, or pickup location. This stage typically accounts for 40-50% of total shipping costs because it involves individual vehicle routes, multiple stops, and often requires multiple delivery attempts. The customer experience during last mile delivery directly impacts satisfaction. Packages left in unsafe locations, missed delivery windows, or damaged goods create negative impressions that can override an otherwise perfect shopping experience. Modern operations teams work closely with carriers to optimize delivery routes, provide accurate tracking updates, and offer flexible delivery options like evening delivery, weekend service, or secure pickup locations. Your analytical skills can help optimize delivery performance by identifying patterns in failed deliveries, customer preferences, and cost effective routing strategies. The forward journey is only half the story. Reverse logistics is equally important for business success. Reverse logistics is the journey back, the process of handling returned products from customers back to the business. This process involves four key stages. Initiation begins when customers request returns through your website, customer service, or return portal, triggering the creation of return authorization and shipping labels. Return shipping gets the product back to your facility, often using the same carriers but with different cost structures and timelines. Inspection is the critical evaluation stage where returned items are examined to determine their condition. Are they sellable as new, suitable for refurbishment, or only good for liquidation? Finally, disposition decides what happens next. Items in perfect condition get restocked, slightly damaged items might be sold as open box, and unsellable items get donated, recycled, or disposed of. Each stage requires careful tracking and cost analysis because returns directly impact profitability, but handling them well can actually strengthen customer relationships and provide valuable business intelligence. Instead of a cost, think of returns as an investment in customer trust and competitive positioning. Companies like Zappos and Amazon have transformed returns from a necessary evil into a powerful competitive advantage. Zappos built their entire brand around hassle-free returns, free shipping both ways, 365-day return window, and no questions asked. This policy costs them more in the short term but creates extraordinary customer loyalty and word-of-mouth marketing that drives long-term revenue growth. Amazon's return process is so seamless that customers often buy multiple sizes or colors, knowing they can easily return what doesn't work, actually increasing average order values. Their data shows that customers who have positive return experiences spend 30% more in subsequent purchases compared to customers who never return anything. The key insight: a well-designed returns process removes purchase anxiety, encourages larger orders, and builds the trust that creates lifetime customers. Your analytical background helps you measure these long-term benefits against short-term costs, making the business case for investing in superior returns experiences. Let's build a bridge from your resume to the job description with a systematic approach that hiring managers love. The key to a successful career transition is learning to translate your experience into the language your new industry understands. Here's your experience translation matrix, a simple but powerful tool that maps your marketing tasks to operational principles. Create a 3-column table. Column 1 lists your marketing activities, like A/B tested email campaigns to improve open rates. Column 2 identifies the underlying skill or principle, like experimental methodology and data-driven optimization. And column 3 translates this into operations, language like applied systematic testing approaches to optimize process efficiency and performance metrics. This matrix helps you see that when you optimized ad spend allocation across channels, you were actually practicing resource optimization, a core operation skill. When you analyze customer journey drop-off points, you were identifying process bottlenecks. When you coordinated campaign launches across teams, you were managing cross-functional project delivery. The work is the same, only the context changes. This reframing makes your relevance undeniable to operations hiring managers. Here's exactly how the translation matrix transforms your resume from marketing focused to operations relevant. Before, analyzed campaign performance data across multiple channels to identify optimization opportunities and improve ROI by 25% over 6 months. This sounds like pure marketing work that doesn't relate to operations. After, used data analysis to identify and eliminate inefficiencies in multi-channel customer acquisition processes, applying systematic optimization methodologies that improved performance metrics by 25%, a process directly analogous to optimizing operational workflows for cost efficiency and quality improvement. The after version emphasizes process optimization, efficiency improvement, and systematic methodology, exactly what operations managers do daily. Before, coordinated product launch campaigns with design, development, and sales teams. After, led cross-functional project coordination for time-sensitive product launches, managing stakeholder alignment, timeline dependencies, and deliverable quality across multiple departments. Skills directly applicable to supply chain coordination and fulfillment process management. Same work, operations language. There's a simple, powerful formula for telling your stories in a way that hiring managers remember and value. The STAR method is the gold standard framework for answering behavioral interview questions. Those tell me about a time when questions that reveal how you actually work. STAR stands for situation, the context and background. Task, your specific responsibility or challenge. Action, the concrete steps you took to address the situation. And result, the measurable outcome you achieved. This framework forces you to tell complete, compelling stories that demonstrate your capabilities rather than just listing responsibilities. It also helps you stay focused and concise, which interviewers appreciate. The key is choosing examples that showcase skills relevant to operations management, problem solving under pressure, cross functional collaboration, data driven decision making, process improvement, and project management. When you structure your responses using STAR, you're not just answering questions, you're providing evidence of your ability to deliver results in challenging situations. This shows you're not just a marketer, you're a project manager with analytical skills, exactly what operations teams need. Let's apply the STAR method to a typical marketing project to answer, tell me about a time you managed a complex project with multiple stakeholders. Situation. Our company was launching a new product line during Black Friday season, requiring coordination between marketing, product development, inventory management, and customer service teams to ensure successful execution. Task. As the marketing analyst, I was responsible for coordinating the campaign timeline, ensuring inventory availability aligned with projected demand, and establishing communication protocols between all teams. Action. I created a shared project dashboard tracking key milestones, held weekly cross-functional. When we discovered a potential inventory shortage 2 weeks before launch, I worked with the supply chain team to expedite orders and adjusted our marketing spend allocation to manage demand. Result, the launch exceeded sales targets by 30%, achieved 98% inventory availability throughout the promotion period, and received zero customer complaints about stock issues, demonstrating successful cross-functional project management and proactive problem solving. This response showcases project management, stakeholder coordination, problem solving, and results delivery core operations competencies. Asking great questions shows your engagement and intelligence while demonstrating your understanding of operations challenges. Finally, the interview isn't just about answering questions, it's about asking them strategically. Smart questions show that you've done your homework, understand the role, and are genuinely interested in contributing to the team's success. Here are 3 categories of questions that will impress operations hiring managers. About the role, what are the biggest day-to-day operational challenges this team faces, and how would success in this role help address them? This shows you understand that operations work involves constant problem solving and you're thinking about impact. about success metrics, how does the team measure success, and what are the key KPIs for this role. This demonstrates your data-driven mindset and understanding that operations is measured by concrete performance indicators. About the future, what is the company's biggest operational priority in the next year, and how would this role contribute to achieving that goal? This shows strategic thinking and long-term perspective. These questions position you as someone who thinks like an operations professional focused on challenges, metrics, and business impact. They also give you valuable information to assess whether the role aligns with your career goals. We've covered a lot of ground, and you now have the foundation to confidently transition into e-commerce operations. You learned the three pillars that hold every e-commerce business together: supply chain and logistics, payments and fraud prevention, and customer service. You mastered the essential operational KPIs like order fulfillment, time and inventory turnover rate, and discovered how to use tools like Google Analytics for operational insights. You understand the complete journey from inventory management through order fulfillment to reverse logistics. Most importantly, you learned how to translate your marketing expertise into operations language and ace the interview using the STAR method. Your analytical skills, project management experience, and data-driven mindset make you perfectly positioned for this career transition. This isn't just a career change. It's a strategic move that positions you as uniquely valuable in the marketplace. Your new superpower is the ability to bridge two critical business functions that most professionals understand in isolation. Your marketing background gives you deep insight into customer behavior, expectations, and the promises businesses make to attract buyers. Your new operations knowledge enables you to understand and optimize the processes that deliver on those promises. This combination makes you incredibly valuable because you can identify operational improvements that directly impact customer satisfaction and revenue. You can spot when inventory issues are causing marketing campaign failures or when fulfillment problems are hurting customer lifetime value. Companies desperately need professionals who can connect the dots between customer acquisition and customer retention through operational excellence. You're not just changing careers, you're becoming a strategic bridge between two essential business functions. Let's turn this knowledge into action with three concrete steps you can take this week. Your next steps are designed to immediately apply what you've learned and accelerate your transition. First, update one resume bullet point using the translation method we covered. Take your strongest marketing accomplishment and rewrite it using operations language that emphasizes process optimization, efficiency improvement, or cross-functional coordination. Second, practice one star story from a past project that demonstrates project management, problem solving, or stakeholder coordination skills. Write it out, practice it aloud, and time yourself to ensure it's concise and compelling. Third, research an e-commerce company you admire and identify their operational strengths. Look at their fulfillment speed, return policies, and customer service approach. This research will give you concrete examples to reference in interviews and help you identify companies where your skills would be most valuable.